What do you got to do to continue the connection that you and Ty had? I mean, last 2 weeks, pretty big games. What do you got to do to keep that momentum going?
Just prepare through the week, make the most of days like today, tomorrow. Just come out, kind of be on the same page as we were in the game, and just continuing that chemistry.
What kind of sparked that chemistry? Because I feel like it started with Charlotte and it's definitely continued through that game and against Marshall.
Just completions. When you see those plays made, it makes you become more comfortable with each other, and him being able to trust me throwing that ball up there, and coaches that call those plays and knowing that we're going to execute them. I think that's the main thing.
What have you all done this week in practice? I know that's your first day of practice, but to kind of avoid the slow start of last week.
Just coming out, getting after the guys early, putting some of our bigger plays at the beginning of practice rather than wait until we're 10 periods in to kind of call some of those things, just to kind of get guys going earlier.
Do you see yourself as a senior now, as kind of like someone that, you know, as a leader to kind of keep the people's heads up, or other players' heads up, you know, coming off the loss like that?
Yeah, most definitely. I always take that upon myself, kind of to motivate guys, to lead guys, to let them know that like that loss that's not us, and we've been on both sides of the spectrum, so we know how to win, we know what we have to do, so we just kind of keep the guys pumped up to come to practice, to work every day, and win the game during the week, not wait till Saturday.
What have you seen from FAU's defense, or their secondary specifically, on film?
They have some athletes, guys that got a knack for the ball, so we'll have to win on our routes and give Ty some space to throw the ball.
Lucky, your name is littered all over the record books in different spots, and I know your priority week in, week out is to win, but what does it mean for you to be at the top when it comes to those 16 catches that you had on Saturday?
It's an honor. It's not something that I had envisioned, and I mean, just for that to happen through the course of the game is just amazing, but I'm all about winning, so it would have been that much better to pull that win out with a performance like that.
Did you know coming in that you were going to have that much of a workload, not just 16 catches, but 18 targets coming in? Did you know coming in that you were going to be that busy? And if you did, how do you prepare for that? Because obviously it's got to take a toll.
I mean, you always prepare to have games or anything like that, but I mean, I didn't really have any intentions like that coming in the game. I think it was more so the coaches and Ty himself taking advantage of the weaknesses that we saw out there.
Did you notice that as the game went on? You were like, man, I had 5 or 6 catches, and mentally it's like, oh man, I've got 11 or 12. Was that in the back of your mind as the game went on?
Not really. I knew I had a lot of catches in the first quarter, but through the course of the game, I never thought 16 or 10 or anything. I mean, I was just kind of out there playing. I knew I was touching the ball a lot, just kind of trying to make the plays that come my way.
What has it been like for you? Obviously, at the start of the season, it felt like maybe a slow start for you by your standards, and now obviously you have the record-breaking game in the last couple of weeks. You've really had an impact. Has there been something different for you over the course of the season, or did you feel like it was just something that was eventually going to happen and you were going to break out?
Just eventually going to happen. Nobody predicted a slow start or anything like that. I mean, I just kind of stayed the course, just kind of kept my focus on point, and I mean, it's happening for me and the team.